Okay, so that would be pretty much your first paragraph, okay? So you explain what the European expansion and the Eurozone kind of are, and they affect Tesco in the sense that Tesco would have to contribute, okay? So when the UK has left, I mean, it has already left, but you will pretend that you've written this thing before it left, okay? You would say that that would change everything because Tesco wouldn't have to pay into the EU and so on, okay? However, not paying, and yeah, this is another part of the first paragraph, not paying into the EU budget, is that definitely good for Tesco? That's like another question you should think about, okay? So the EU funding is enjoyed by the current EU member states, okay? And it may be beneficial for EU businesses because it might enable them to apply for European grants, okay, to expand and to be able to invest more. And it would also be able to apply for grants to become greener, okay, so to become more like environmentally friendly, which would give them like a good positive word of mouth advertising, good reputation, and so on. In addition, the European Commission looks at ways to invest in EU businesses by promoting employment schemes to help the business grow. So basically, there are benefits, and you should write what the benefits are for the European member states to pay into the EU budget. Okay, now this would imply that a UK business such as Tesco might no longer be able to apply for European grants. So Tesco, once Britain, well, I mean, it has left anyway, but now that it has left, will not be able to enjoy these benefits, okay, from being into the European Union. So you should talk about that, okay? And this would also mean that Tesco may no longer be supported by the employment schemes that European Union offers, okay? And this could also mean that Tesco may no longer be able to acquire new staff as cheaply as it used to, which could increase its costs, reduce its profits, and this could mean that it might have issues in terms of expansion. So that is your first paragraph, okay? Now, what are the advantages of the euro? So the EU encourages its member states to work closely together for the single market, and this means that as they do so, the economies of individual countries are closely linked. Okay, so of course, the more we are cooperating with each other economically, the more we are closely linked together. Okay, so as of 2017, 19 European member states have began to use the euro, okay, as their currency. Now, what does this mean? This means that there are no exchange rates fluctuation between states, okay? So you remember the whole problem with the pound and the euro going up and down, which means that exports and imports cost more because all of the European Union states are using the euro. I mean, most of them, not all of them. That's a lie. Not all of them. Denmark isn't, Sweden isn't, but a lot of them are. This means that they don't have to worry about exchange rates, okay, fluctuating between the member states because they all use the exact same currency. Now, as Tesco is primarily based in the UK, they use the pound, okay? So if the value of the pound against the euro keeps changing, then this will affect the amount of goods coming in and out of Britain, okay, to the European Union, okay? So have a look at this little paragraph here, and that will be your second paragraph, okay? So the first thing you talk about the euro, okay, how many countries have the euro and so on. You say that the benefits is that there are no exchange rates fluctuations between states. Then you explain that obviously since Tesco is mostly based in the UK, it uses a pound. Okay, so if the value of the pound went down, this would affect Tesco, as it would mean that they may no longer be able to afford to buy some products as cheaply as they would like to from other EU countries, okay, due to decreased value of the pound. And you can say the opposite as well. This would mean that Tesco's expensive for certain goods, such as European imports, may rise and their profits might go down. However, on the other hand, if the value of the pound went up, it would be cheaper for Tesco or any British business to purchase from European states. Okay, so you can make that chain of reasoning as well. And that's your second paragraph. Okay, now remember that we talked about Greece, Italy, Ireland, Spain, and Portugal as being the pigs, as they called them. Do not use that term in your essay, but I don't know if you remember. The countries that basically are called the countries that are, I mean, they're called the pigs as like an insult, okay, towards these countries. And I can say this because I'm Italian, but you can't really say this, okay? And yeah, the recording's about to end, so I'm going to stop here. But I don't know if you remember this. Have a look at the slide here and see if you can remember anything, okay? So spend 5 minutes researching. I mean, this is what we did. You should spend a bit of time thinking about what these countries did badly economically, okay?